What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be reacting to some Fallout 76 music. I am joined by, of course, my good old friend, Mr. James Doward,
Hello.
who's very camera shy. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive over to this and break the soundtrack down. Let's go.
Not gonna lie, I don't remember this at all. Because I just realised Fallout 76 changes the themes every update. And I never played it at the start because everybody was saying it was shit, which it was. So I didn't play it. I played like 4 updates later. So I actually never heard this.
So this is your first.
Yeah, I've never heard it because I didn't play it.
Yeah.
I
think what-
played like the Brotherhood of Steel update.
Yeah.
That whole quest line. That's when I started playing it.
I think what stands out to me is how very powerful the violins are in this soundtrack. But do you think, because obviously Fallout 76 did have quite a crappy launch, do you think that this theme, from what you heard, from the 55 seconds of what you heard, do you think it's very Fallout-y in terms of when you're comparing it, Fallout 4, Fallout 3, New Vegas, you're getting into some of the classics?
I mean, I'd have to go back and listen to the old games. I haven't played them in ages, but from memory, it is very different, especially like New Vegas. New Vegas' theme is very different from this. But, I mean, the thing is as well, I think a lot of, with Fallout, which is kind of, maybe for like music people out there, is a bit sad. Obviously, a lot of people don't remember this. They remember the songs, like The Wanderer, like Pig Iron His Hip. Like, a lot of people don't actually. Honestly, if you said like somebody went, "Oh, what do you think of the Fallout 4 theme?" I would be like, "There's a theme."
Yeah. I mean, I alluded to that in my breakdown of Fallout 4. I think something that Bethesda does right, though, with the main theme is that they kind of keep them separate. It's like a good game soundtrack is almost like unmemorable to some extent. But I think with a game like Fallout, it's so thinged with the songs that they choose for each title, because that's one thing that the show does correctly.
I mean, everybody goes mad on the shows, like in season 2, spoilers, in season 2 with the ghoul, when he gets shot down by Lucy and then starts playing Pig Iron His Hip. I mean, myself included, but a lot of people are like, "Oh my god!" And it's just a bloody song from the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of the memories from the. I will say one thing though, from the themes, and obviously again, a lot of people just remember the songs; they don't really care about the themes. I think the themes are very representative of the area the game takes place in. So like New Vegas is Vegas, 4 is California, I think. 76 is the Appalachian Mountains. Like, it's very representative of the area it takes place in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Assassin's Creed, where Shadows changed the theme up to include traditional Japanese instruments, and they always do it with every game.
Yeah.
I mean, Ezio's family. It's not
Yeah. I mean, it kind of.
Might as well be.
I mean, it is. It is.
I would say they should have used this more. This is quite epic. So I said from my memory, I could be remembering wrong, but like there's many points in the story of the game where something like this would have been like would have elevated the sequence. But from my memory, there was either no music or like it wasn't as epic as this.
Yeah, I think what's very interesting about all Fallout, when you go like Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, obviously they weren't like epic, grandiose, and Bethesda obviously didn't have their hand and their blueprint over those
Black
games.
Isle.
Yeah. But it was a lot of like sound design, and what I find interesting with those first two games is that it's more of just like kind of the atmosphere of Fallout, with the locations being in mind. But what I do find very interesting that the themes have continued on when you're talking about Fallout 3 when Bethesda took over from it, and then onwards. What I find very interesting about those games is the fact is the way that the world building, but the soundtrack represents, or I should say, the main theme is very hopeful. When you talk about like the nuclear disaster, then the wasteland and the post-apocalyptic vibe, you're expecting some type of horror element, especially
Yeah.
the creatures or the people that come out from it that have survived, etc. You're like, oh, you're expecting some like really like dystopian, no hope, nothing of like humanity left. But like it's epic, as you said, it's epic. But then it's also adding a layer of hopeful, like the way that the strings come in. It's like you just like
Yeah.
it's very just
I,
hopeful.
I think it plays into that bit of like delusion, or the whole fall thing is like the post-apocalyptic with the Volta is a kind of like delusion.
Yeah,
Like Lucy, like okie dokie, and you're like she's all trying to see the good in people, and it's like, oh, it's not as bad as it seems. Like, no, Lucy, it's pretty. Can I swear?
yeah,
It's pretty fucking dreadful.
yeah,
But she's always so hopeful, and like a lot of Ultras is all hopeful, and you're like, oh, hunky dory,
yeah,
like reclamation day, yay! Like so, kind of like that. There's no word for it, but like that delusion.
yeah. Trying, I guess it's like just trying to see the good and bad in people. You know, redemption is always around the corner. Fallout 76 will return in Avengers Doomsday. That's what it was like.
I was saying, I wonder if that was like the load-in screen maybe for the game when it first came out, because that seemed very like load.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's
press button now to load game up.
it's the original main theme, so it might have been the thing that you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's maybe the in the
Maybe 10 years ago.
wow
2018. Maybe 10 years ago.
shit. We're old. I think what's very interesting about this though is obviously the hopeful nature of the track, and I think it's probably more of like when you're sitting there when it says like start game and you're hearing this. But I do find it interesting that the juxtaposition between Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, where it's just more or less sound design on atmosphere building,
Yeah.
and then you cut to like the next installments, and it's just very epic, grandiose, big,
I would imagine
cinematic.
I haven't played the first two games because obviously they were way before my time. But I would imagine as well, because of the era they made them, I would imagine it probably didn't have, or like they maybe wanted stuff like a theme, but because of like storage and you know capacity and just performance back in those days, they probably cut it out because they probably were like, it's not that important.
Yeah. Plus, it was top down. It wasn't like
Yeah, so I'd just be kind of curious to like if they did actually, you know, give a
yeah.
give a bit of a shit. I'll give it a bit of a shit, but like
Yeah. Plus, I think
not
like the
overall
way that
refreshing.
Bethesda works is Bethesda is obviously more like obviously open world. It's more expansive, but it's like they do tell kind of in detail and in grand epic
Yeah, Todd
stories.
loves to go big and bold, never
Yeah,
delivers.
and like the music needed to represent that as well. Like when you go, obviously New Vegas, obviously made by somebody else, but like when you go from
Yeah,
Fallout 3, 4, and 76, you're kind of just like, right, we need grandiose music
yeah.
because this story is big.
I mean, you know what he says. Some of you viewers might get this. It just works.
Yeah,
It just works.
it just works. Yeah, let us know where this soundtrack takes place. What is it? The in during the story, or is it just the load up screen? Make sure you hit that subscribe button and recommend some more content down below. Until next time, bye bye.